Aries, it's Amanda here with your Teen Rune Scope. This month, in conjunction with the runes, I will be using the Wonderland Tarot by Chris and Morgana Abbey. And then, as always, be sure to join me after this reading for part 2 of your Rune Scope over on Vimeo. I will be pulling one card from the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue for your spiritual guidance for the month of June and how to handle the energies that come up. Also, I'm just reminding everyone, now is a good time that we are halfway through the year to re-watch the Rune Scope for Teen that I posted at the very beginning of the year. I will provide the link here. Just click the little eye, or at the end of the video, the link will be there. Of course, it's always on the videos tab or in the playlists for the Teen. But yeah, it's just a good time to re-watch that, see where you are, since we have 6 months left. What's happened? What am I still dealing with? What's coming? Same if you purchased the love reading for Teen over on Vimeo or the career and finance reading for Teen over on Vimeo. It's a good time to rewatch those and purchase them if you haven't yet, because there's still 6 months left in those forecasts. So yeah, it's a good time to just kind of gauge and see where you're at with those bigger, longer range readings. But let's turn our focus right now to and see what Aries are up to. Teen for Aries. Which runes want to talk to Aries about Teen? If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you do find that I'm connecting with your energy, please do click the subscribe button. That will ensure that whenever I post new videos each month, they go directly to your feed and you don't have to go like trying to track me down. But these are general readings, not personal readings, Aries. I always remind people because I get a lot of comments asking specific questions that could only be answered in a personal reading. The only way for me to get specific outcomes or find out who this specific person is in your life is if I'm just connecting with your energy. I do private sessions on Skype. They're $. Just drop me a line at my email address to set up an appointment. But also check out the video for your rising sign as well. For another general reading, sometimes you'll get your more answers in those readings. But in general, what are you Aries doing? Well, the challenge or focus, that's where we always begin. I feel like that goes out there. For the challenge, we have the King of Oysters, which is the King of Pentacles in other decks. So you'll be encountering some challenges with your boss, or an earth sign energy, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo in your life. This could be your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. In these general readings, this king can just as easily be a queen, just as easily be a female. With these two go here too. It's not a bad challenge though. What I'm feeling is that, because this person is not in the reverse. So, and because they're in the upright, it means they are fair and balanced when it comes to finances. They are fair and balanced when it comes to making decisions regarding career and work. Now, for some of you, Aries, if you have an earth sign rising, this could be you. You could be, I'm getting the example of wanting to buy a car and really falling in love with something. And you're like, I really want that car. But then the practical earth sign side of you is like saying, no, you can't afford that. You'll get into a hole you'll never dig your way out of. So it could be that for someone. This could also be challenges around relocating or travel. Like I really want to go on this trip. I really want to plan a vacation, but I don't quite have the money. I need to ask for a raise for some of you. Your challenge would be picking the right time or picking the right time to leave a job for another, because Rido is here, and that is the rune of shifts and changes, relocation, and travel. Also vehicles though, cars. So yeah, there's something about getting the money together or a shift or change regarding your money, regarding how you're going to purchase the big ticket item or how you're going to change your career path. Here. Dayag is here indicating that whatever your goal is, like, you can't achieve it, but it's going to be gradual progress more than like an out of the blue. Now, you'd be tempted to, who hasn't been tempted at one time or another to just walk out of a job, but it's like that earth sign practical side of you, or a friend or a family member even be telling you, be patient, because you just have to kind of get some ducks in a row before you can do this. I feel like for any of you, because of some of the other rooms and things we have going on here, this is relocation. Like you really want to move. Some of you want to leave this earth sign. They're not a bad person, but maybe this is just, this relationship has run its course, or this work relationship has run its course, and you want to go on to bigger, better things, or you want to start your own business. You want to become the King of Pentacles. You want to become financially independent. You want to steer your own ship, career-wise, money-wise, financially. But many of you just be getting your money together for, to start looking for a home to purchase or a new place to live, and you be kind of, getting to see what you can get, if you can get approved for a loan or a mortgage, or have you built your credit? If you had some credit issues, you're like, have I built this back up now to get into a better apartment or a condo or something like that? There's something you're wanting to expand, because it seems like when you move, you're going to want to stay there for a while. So you're, maybe forever for some of you. Again, that'll be different for all of you. You're all different ages. But so yeah, you're trying to kind of figure out and get ready and save, or find out, the information you're going to need to make a big shift or change or a relocation. Now, some of you are getting an offer coming from someone at a distance, a job offer, and it would involve relocation, and your challenge is, should I accept this? There's so much to do. Or the challenge is you've accepted it and now you've got to do the work, right? You've got to pack up and get everything ready to move. In the present energy, so this would be for some of you whenever you're watching this video. For others of you, this will be the end of going into, we have the Hierophant in reverse. So for some of you, this could be the end of a marriage, the end of a divorce, the end of a legally binding contract, a job. You're breaking that contract and leaving this behind, and that's why you're moving. You've got to move out of the house, or you've got to find a new place to live, or you're leaving the establishment, right? You're leaving the big corporation, because in reverse, the Hierophant in the upright, this is more like, big corporate giants, right? And like you're wanting to get out of that, or you are going to be getting out of that. For some of you, maybe you were forced out, maybe you got laid off, or were fired even. And I'm sorry to say that, but again, this would have already happened for most of you. But maybe you're hearing in the wind, like maybe even your boss is giving you a heads up, hey, there's big changes coming. They're going to be cleaning house, or they're going to be cutting back and laying some people off. So if your boss or your manager or someone tells you this, because it's coming up as your challenge, the challenge is then, okay, I have to figure out what I'm going to do next. And for some of you, that could be what's going on here. And for some of you, maybe it was your partner that said, hey, this isn't working for me. I think we should get a divorce. There could be, there's a severing of the ties. And Canis is here in reverse, indicating that whatever this is that you're leaving behind, it's supposed to be that way. It's supposed to end. You've done all you're supposed to do in this job, in this relationship. It's served its purpose. The karmic benefit has been met, or the karmic challenge has been met, and it's time to move on to something new, and close the door on this home, this job, in some way. Now, this could also mean, leaving the big, secure, financially stable corporate job to go out on your own and start your own business and become this King of Pentacles like we were talking about. So, maybe something happened. There was a lot of disruption and something that that happened within the company. Maybe you got laid off, or again, like we were talking about, or maybe it's just they're changing the rules. They're changing the structure, and it's resulted in chaos, and you're just like, man, I got to get out of here. As long as I stay here, there's no way around dealing with this or this energy. I can't get any work done because it's just so chaotic. Now, some of you, because Othello is here in reverse, it could be that you did something that broke the rules, and that's why you got fired. Because again, this is a rule breaker. This is rebelling against authority in some way, or rebelling against tradition. So, Aries, you do things your own way. You're a leader, not a follower. So maybe there was some sort of change that you just wouldn't abide by. I'm really feeling, and this is probably going to be for like one person specifically, but like you didn't come into work and you didn't call in, or maybe you took vacation and you were supposed to be back at a certain day and you just didn't go in, you didn't bother calling, and it's like it's you weren't supposed to do it, but you can't really get out of it, and or maybe you broke a stupid rule just to do it, and then you got fired for it or reprimanded, and now you're upset about being reprimanded and you're like, man, I got to get out of here. So just a few ways that can work. But again, this is happening for a reason, Aries. Like if you're getting in trouble, if you're just to the point that you don't care anymore about the rules or whatever, that's just reinforcing Canis and saying, it's time to get out of this. It's time to get out of this situation. Or, maybe you just pissed your partner off for no reason, just on purpose. Because you're like, give me an excuse to leave, or, I want you to get so angry that, you do or say something you can't come back from, and I'll feel better about walking out on this relationship. There's some kind of chaos that some of you, not all of you, may be trying to start. And some of you it'd be your partner that's doing that. So again, these energies can work both ways. Some of you, it's coming at you. Somebody's trying to kind of shake you loose, get you to go, get you to leave. Particularly in personal relationships. But others of you may be trying to do that. The help that's going to be available, we've got the 7 of Peppermills. This is the 7 of Rods in the upright. So this is the card about standing your ground, defending yourself, defending your decisions. Even if you're opposed by the group, or opposed by other coworkers, or opposed by your former bosses, or opposed by in-laws, or, because again, if you're breaking up with a job or breaking up with someone, their family will tend to, do that groupthink thing. Everybody takes the side of the person they're related to, right? So but Ael is here saying that you are being protected. This is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to defend your actions. So, for some of you, maybe this is some sort of activism, Aries. Maybe you are speaking out against the establishment in a bigger way, like you're protesting something, or because this can also be government. Again, any kind of tradition or structure that is, especially if it's repressive or unfair. So yeah, and there will always be an other side, the traditionalists, or, we don't want things to change, or, there'll be people like pushing against you and, talking about you. And this could just be online, like you expressing an unpopular viewpoint or a divisive viewpoint. I mean, I had that the other day about a movie that I dislike. I just don't like it. And, a lot of people do, and that's fine. But it's like, people have a real problem accepting opinions these days that differ from their own. So maybe you're encountering that, Aries, and you're having to defend something. And it could be something as, in the scheme of things. I mean, is whether I like a movie or not that important? I mean, it could be something like that, but maybe for whatever reason, you're really passionate about this. But for some of you, it goes deeper than that. Like it could be like, I broke this rule and here's why. It is infringing on people's rights, or it is discriminatory in some way. There, again, for some of you, it could be small, and for others of you, it could be much larger. For others of you, it could just be defending why you're leaving this relationship, why you're getting a divorce, why you're moving, why you've decided to relocate, why you have decided to leave this job. Anytime anybody leaves, especially if you broke a rule and were fired or something, that people are going to be talking about it. And so they'd be talking about it online. You'd be catching wind that, you're being gossiped about, and, people are saying this and people are saying that. And you're like, you know what? You feel the need to like post a big long rant somewhere, or do a Twitter, just to inform people of the truth, because you'd be like, that's wrong. And that's coming up as your help to like defend yourself, defend your decision. Because you're, in this card, he's on the higher ground, right? The guy defending. In this case, we've got a big bird here. And then, yeah, all these pepper mills down here are kind of coming at him. And he's like, no, I've got the higher ground. I'm in the right. You're in the wrong. So this is also the rune of groupthink, especially in the upright or reverse. In the upright, it's more like supportive energy. But in the reverse, yeah, it's like people subjected to groupthink, either by a company, a government, whatever. We can have group within a family. I mean, we can have groupthink anywhere. A religion. This can also be rebelling against religion, large or small, whatever belief. Yeah, anything traditional. So for some of you, maybe it is at the family level. You've decided to break free of, you know, the religious beliefs of your family and not do things the traditional way, and you're having to defend that. And that's your help. You should stand up for yourself. You know, you have a right to live your life the way that you want and make decisions, even if other people disagree with them. That's, you know, we all have that right. Now, what must be accepted about the month of, we've got the Two of Hats, which is the Two of Cups in other decks. So this is, again, about relationship, marriage. So for those of you that this is a divorce, it seems like either you or your soon-to-be former partner has someone else. Like they're, you know, you've already formed a bond with someone else. You want to be with this person. And man, is this causing some gossip. Maybe that's what this is. It's like you have to defend leaving someone for someone else, or, you know, someone else is doing that in the family and it's causing, and you're on their side, you're defending the person that other people are kind of coming at. This doesn't have to be you at all with the relationship stuff. Maybe it is just like your child or a sibling or one of your friends getting a divorce and they're being attacked by the other person's family because they fell in love with somebody else. And that's why they're getting a divorce. And you're standing up for them. You're defending them, maybe. But yeah, there's gossip, a lot of talking going on. People be trying to talk you out of divorcing or out of being with this person. But what Uruz is here indicating, whatever you're doing, whatever this decision is around, you have made your mind up. You are doing this. You're done. You're done with the past. You're ready to move on. And you know, this is like, I'm going to achieve a goal no matter what. And all of your fire and passion is behind this. And for many of you, it seems to be a new relationship. Now, if you're single, I mean, you know, what could be coming up here is a new relationship. If there's nobody else around, there could be someone new coming in. And, you know, you could start seeing somebody. Maybe another fire sign. Uruz is a very fiery rune. So it could be an Aries, Sag, or Leo. Or just a very physically passionate relationship. And it just could really kind of set your family or your friends kind of talking, or people on the other side of the equation, whoever this person is that you are seeing. It could be they're talking about it. Some of you, if you're going to like protest something, you could be meeting like somebody at a protest, at some sort of meeting, at some where everybody's like, you know, again, participating in activism or in trying to change laws or change things. This, you know, you could meet somebody with similar ideals and similar beliefs, and that is how you're connecting with someone new. So, yeah, love, relationships, marriage, endings of relationship, divorce. It seems to all be going on simultaneously, either with you, Aries, or around you. Now, the outcome we have is the Five of Hats in reverse. So this is the Five of Cups in the upright in other decks. Here's what it looks like. In the reverse, this is like moving beyond the loss, the regret, you know, no longer feeling bound to any feelings of regret, not looking back. You're looking forward. And Yara is here, indicating fairness, balance, reward after struggle, reward after the harvest, something you've put a lot of effort into, or something that you've always wanted is coming back. And again, a lot of karma going on here with Yara. So whatever has ended was supposed to end. Again, they're just reinforcing that. And now, like, the new person, the new relationship, the new partnership can come in. The new location, the new home can come in. And this can be new contracts, anything legal, settlements, payouts, but any kind of bureaucratic stuff that you have to get settled can again be kind of just signing the divorce papers, or, division of property, possessions, deciding who gets what. Because you're ready to I just get the sense like I really want to wash my hands of this, and that's what I'm seeing. Whatever it takes to get this done. Yeah. And I mean, you'd be willing to give up some possession. Like, yeah, you can have the house, but I'm taking the car. I mean, because the home and the car are both on the table here with the rooms. So you have to give up what you feel is quite a lot, but in the long run, it's going to be like, I didn't want to live there anyway. Two memories. I want to totally be free of that and move forward, Aries. So your outcome of Moon is, I'm no longer looking back with sadness. I'm looking forward with optimism. And, whatever this was that's coming to an end, again, it's time to end it. And it was blocking you from new beginnings in some areas. Certainly in love, it seems like. Maybe blocking you off from someone who's really right for you. Again, somebody who really shares your passion, your drive about something in particular, a cause, or changing something in some way. So the outcome is fairness, balance. If you are, like, again, protesting or working to get something changed, it does look like, it takes some time, but within a year from now, Yera is the rune of 1 year. And for some of you, maybe you started, this process a year ago. So you could be seeing the results in Moon if you started this last year. For others of you, this could be something that culminates a year from now. So next Moon, you're seeing the results of these protests or these actions that you're taking within your community or for the government or within your country or whatever it is that you're trying to do to change you and this group of people. Could be seeing some awesome results. Maybe before the end of this year, because again, sometimes this rune will pop up just to say within this year that we're in. So before the end of 2018 or within 1 year from now out to 2018. So, and there will no longer be a feeling of loss or regret around whatever this is. So, wow, very interesting stuff, Aries. It looks like a pretty, actually a good month, but it's just getting through all these things of, I just want to close the door on this. It's like, how fast can I close the door on this and move on? But join me over on Vimeo. I'm going to shuffle the Goddess Guidance Oracle. We'll see if we can get more wisdom and guidance. We will get more wisdom and guidance, but we'll see which goddess wants to talk to you. Again, don't forget to rewatch your RuneScope to get more details about this, since we're halfway through the year. Same with your love RuneScope and your career and finance RuneScope over on the Vimeo channel. Again, that link's below. Feel free to purchase those. There's 6 months left in the forecast, so there's still a lot of information left in those if you haven't checked them out yet. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you back here next time, Aries.